Ladies and gentlemen, if anybody mentions the word snow, S-N-O-W, at any moment during the next half hour, he gets $250 in cash immediately.
Really?
You bet your life. Elgin American, creators of America's most beautiful compacts, smartest cigarette cases, finest dresser sets, present Groucho Marx in the new comedy quiz series, You Bet Your Life, produced and transcribed from Hollywood. And here's that sterling Elgin American, the one, the only... Groucho!
That's me, Groucho Marx. Thank you. Well, George Fenneman, here I am again, still reeling from last week's shellacking.
Yes, it was pretty rough, Groucho. Altogether, the contestants nailed you for nearly $5,000.
Yes, one contestant, a trash collector, collected $2,112 from me. But tonight, things are different. George, shake hands with the new trash collector. Tonight, we start to build again. Who's first to try for $1,000?
Well, just before we went on the air, the audience selected a fat lady and a reducing expert. And here they are, Mrs. Lois Wells and Mr. Art Madsen meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome for Elgin American Compacts. We're delighted to have you here. And the first one to say the secret word gets $250 instantly. It's something that covers a lot of subjects. What is it?
Newspaper.
No. What do you think? Say something. Even if you only say newspaper.
Sky.
Sky? No, I'm sorry. Well, maybe you'll say why we're talking. I've often wondered, about people who are overweight. Do you mind being kidded about it?
Oh, it's our only defense.
I see. What did the scale say last time you were on it, Mrs. Wells? Besides, ouch, I mean. Huh?
286.
That's a lot of Jell-O, 280 pounds. And I think you're all 6 delicious flavors, Mrs. Wells. How long have you weighed that much?
Oh, for a good many years. Practically all my life.
You weighed 280 pounds all your life?
Well, not quite.
Say, the stork must have brought you in a flat car.
That's right.
Do you have any little ones at home? I mean, do you have any big ones? Do you have any big little ones at home?
Yes.
Or do you have any little big ones at home?
I have 4 children.
You have 4 children, eh? And what does your husband do?
He's a bus driver.
Bus driver? Is he a big man?
No.
How much does he weigh?
About 145.
You're sure he's not one of the children?
No.
Would you mind stepping a little closer to the microphone?
I'm as close as I can get.
That's right. You have got a pretty big problem there. Now, Mrs. Wells, it's your turn to say something nasty about me. Fire away.
Where did you get that silly mustache?
Mrs. Wells, I use Grow Right. Yes, George.
I'd like to present these ideal gifts to our guests. Here's a smartly designed Elgin American compact for Mrs. Wells and a handsome cigarette case finished in jeweler's bronze by Elgin American for Mr. Madsen.
What size what size dresses do you wear?
I think the word you used the first time was the best. What size tent?
What size do you wear, Miss?
Oh, about 48, 50, 52. Just whatever's comfortable.
Well, do you try them on? They just throw them at you.
They throw them at me.
Mr. Madsen, you're a reducing expert, eh? What's your professional title? Torso thumper?
Bodybuilder.
Bodybuilder, huh? You have any trouble getting materials?
No.
What do you mean, a bodybuilder?
We attempt to reduce the size as well as the texture of the tissue. And in people that are too light, we build them up. People that are nervous, we tone them down.
What do you do, club them?
No, definitely not.
How do you mean tone them down? What do you
It's
do?
very scientific.
That's easy talk, but around 4 in the morning, it's not so easy. Eh? When you're lying there counting sheep with lamb at 60 cents a pound. Well, Mrs. Wells, you're very good-natured to let me rib you like this, and if you ever see me in a bathing suit, you'll certainly have your revenge. Now, the two of you are going to work together as a team for $1,000. just 1 minute, you're going to play You Bet Your Life. But first, George Fenneman with a word about Easter.
Easter comes early this year, March 28th. So we say finish your Easter shopping early and be sure you have the perfect finishing touch that an exquisite new Elgin American Compact gives. Every well-dressed woman knows that complete smartness is a matter of accessories. And the one you actually use and display the most is your compact. Don't let an old, dingy compact spoil the effect of your costume on the fashion day of days, Easter. See the exciting new Elgin American Compacts in costume colors, silver finish, jeweler's bronze, and sterling silver. Prices start at just $2.95, so don't wait. Get yours tomorrow. You'll look and feel so much more glamorous on Easter with a compact that's first in fashion, an Elgin American.
Now, let's play You Bet Your Life for $1,000. George, tell them how it's done.
Well, each of our three couples has $20. They bet as much of that 20 as they want on each of 4 questions. The couple earning the most money gets a chance at the $1,000 question at the end of the show. Our other 2 couples are in a waiting room off stage, so they won't know what goes on until it's their turn.
All right, here we go. Now, let's see how high you can build your $20. Mr. Matson, what question category did you select?
Song titles with stars.
Songs with star in the title. Is that right? All right, your first question pays even money. You bet 10, make 10. Mr. Matson, how much of your $20 will it be?
10.
10? Stan Myers and his boys will play a song with star in the title. You tell me the name of the song.
Wishing on a star.
What is it?
Wishing
Wishing
on a Star.
No, I'm sorry. It's Stairway to the Stars. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too, Groucho. They lost 10. They now have $10.
All right, your second question also pays even money. Mr. Matson, how much of your $10 will you bet?
5.
You going to bet $5? Here it is. This star song is from a Disney picture. Play, Stan.
Wish upon a star.
When You Wish Upon a Star is right.
There they go, Groucho. They now have $15.
All right, you're going up. You now have $15. Your third question again pays even money. Mr. Matson, how much will it be?
We'll take 10.
Take 10? All right, this star song has a nice melody. Let's see if you can identify it. I Saw Stars is correct.
Now they have $25, Groucho.
I didn't think you were going to make that, Mr. Matson. I Saw Stars, and you now have $25. All right, here it is. Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. The last question pays 2 to 1. Bet 10, make 20. Mr. Matson, how much will it be?
20.
You're going to bet 20 out of the 25. Let's see. 2 to 1, you'd have 40. Oh, I can't figure it up, but you'd have a lot of money. Now, this star song first became popular in 1934. It goes like this. Come on, take a guess. Take a guess. Say something with star in it. I'm sorry, it's Stars Fell on Alabama.
And they wind up with a total of $5, Groucho.
Well, you've been good sports, all 3 of you, and I'm sorry you didn't win more money. But thanks and good luck from Elgin American Compacts.
Well, maybe the next couple will say the secret word, which is snow. Okay, bring them in, boys. Just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected a couple of sales girls, and here they come. From I. Magnan's, Miss Patricia Hervey, and from Woolworth's 5 and 10 cent store, Miss Edna Dover. Girls, meet Groucho Marx.
Howdy, girls, howdy. Welcome
Hello.
for Elgin American Compacts. And I'll pay $250 to the first one who says the secret word. It's something that covers a lot of subjects. What is it?
Dictionary?
No? What do you
Roof.
think?
Roof? Can I have another guess?
No? What do you say?
The roof?
The roof? No, I am sorry. Well, perhaps you'll say why we're talking. Now, Miss Hervey, you're from Magnan's?
Yes.
And Miss Dover from the 5 and 10, huh? Are you married?
No.
And you work at the 5 and 10 cent store, huh?
Yes.
You better get off the dime. Would you like to get married?
Yes.
You would, huh? Miss Harvey, are you married?
No, sir.
Would you like to get married?
I think it would be a fine idea.
Do you ever wait on men over at Magnan's?
Oh, yes.
Would you wait on me?
Oh, it'd be fun.
Good. Well, after the show, will you wait about 15 minutes?
Certainly.
Tell me, Miss Dover, would you propose to a man if you thought he was the right one?
Yes, if I thought he was the right one.
You would, huh? Well, what would you say?
Well, I wouldn't come right out and say it. I'd beat around the bush.
You'd what?
Beat around the bush.
You'd beat around the bush. Yeah, but suppose you were in the parlor. Well, what qualifications are you looking for in a man, Miss Dover?
Well, he has to be short with dark hair, and he has to know how to dance.
He has to be short with dark hair and know how to dance, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose he could dance and had no hair.
I wouldn't want him.
And Miss Harvey, from Magnets, what kind of a man do you want?
Well, mine has to be tall. Very tall.
Well, Miss Dover, if you get a tall one, you slip it in the And you do the same for her.
All right,
huh?
I will.
He just has to be tall, that's all?
Oh, he has to know how to play bridge.
Play bridge
and,
while he's dancing? Makes a very tricky bridge game.
Yeah. Never a dull moment, I guess.
Oh, I guess not. How tall a man would you want,
About 6'4".
6'4", huh? You wouldn't consider 1'4", 6"? Huh? Because she may have an extra one.
Oh.
Well, you're both very pretty girls, and I can't understand why you're not married. But maybe your techniques are wrong. Now, let's find out, huh? Now, Miss Harvey, do you believe in kissing a man on the first date?
Well, no, I don't think so, but I guess it would depend on the man. I don't know.
Would you kiss me for $50?
Why, certainly.
Could have got it cheaper. Should have said $1, huh? Well, that's very complimentary, but you'll find it's hardly worth $50, huh? I trapped you that time, didn't I? How about you, Miss Dover? Would you kiss me for $50?
You're not going to trap me. I usually stop her.
Say, Groucho, we have the perfect Easter gift for these girls.
Go away, Fenneman. I'll handle this. For each of you, we have a beautiful compact by Elgin American.
Oh,
Finished in satin silver. Now, Miss Dover, which do you find easiest to wait on, men or women?
Men.
Why is that?
Oh, they know what they want, and they don't
You bet they
bother
do,
you.
huh? Let's stay inside the store for a minute, Miss Dover. Well, are you bothered by shoplifters?
Oh, once in a while.
What's the most common item that people steal?
Small things. It's mostly kids that do it.
They steal kids?
Steal toys.
Toys?
Yes.
Miss Harvey, do people have the nerve to steal much from Magnums?
not very much that I know about.
And what do they steal, those that do cop something there?
Oh, they might pick up something small that's lying on the counter.
Like a sales girl?
Shorter than I am, you mean?
Shorter than you. Yeah, I once swiped a strapless evening gown from Magnums. I would have got away with it, too, but I had it on upside down and I tripped over one of those little wires. Now we're going to see how a girl from Magnums and a girl from the 5 and 10 can work as a team for $1,000. Now, you run your $20 into more than our other two couples, and you get the chance at the $1,000. Fenneman, remind our listeners how much these two have to be.
The fat lady and the reducing expert are high so far with $5.
All right, here we go. Now, let's see how high you can build your $20. Miss Harvey, what question category did you select?
Famous men singers.
Popular men singers. All right, your first question pays even money. If you bet 10, you make 10. How much of your $20 will it be?
10.
10? Now, talk right up, huh? All right. Remember, you can help each other with the answers. Okay. Now, this crooner once sang with Tommy Dorsey's band and later became the idol of the Bobby Soxers. What is his name?
Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra.
And they're on their way, Groucho. They now have $30.
All right, your second question also pays even money. Miss Harvey, how much of your $30 will you bet?
How much do you want to bet?
Talk it over.
15.
15, huh? Take it along all right, huh? All right, here it is. What is the name of the ex-barber whose baritone is heard on the Supper Club?
Perry Como.
Perry Como! That puts them at $45,
Groucho.
All right, your third question again pays even money. How much of your $45 will it be? How much, Miss Doba? You got $45.
30.
30? They get along good, huh? All right, here it is. This singer formerly led a band called the Bobcats. He now MCs his own radio show, the Club 15. What is his name?
Bob Crosby.
Bob Crosby.
They now have $75, Groucho.
Bob Crosby, that's Bing's brother, isn't it? They now have $75. All right, here it is. Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. This question pays 2 to 1. You bet 10, you make 20. Miss Hervey, how much of your $75 will you bet?
How much do you want to bet?
How much you going to bet?
50.
You're going to bet $50 at 2 to 1. You could win $100 on this question.
50.
All right. What is the name of the singer with the bouncy style who sings with a smile in his voice?
Is it Sheffield? Oh, no, Jack Smith.
Jack Smith is correct.
And they wind up with a grand total of $175.
Well, you won $175. You sales guy make a charming pair, and I'm sold on both of you. Thanks and good luck from Elgin American Compacts. Now, in just 1 minute, our last couple will play You Bet Your Life. And then we know who gets the chance at the $1,000 question. But first, George Fenneman has an Easter fashion reminder.
With Easter on the way, you're probably in the throes of getting your whole spring wardrobe. And that brings up the wardrobe of 3 compacts every woman needs. A compact threesome by Elgin American. 1 compact designed for streetwear, 1 for dressier daytimes, and 1 for evening. Just as you have different hats and bags for these different clothes. Only Elgin American offers such a wide choice of exquisite designs for every fashion need. See them at any leading jewelry store, department store, or specialty shop. You can have 3 style-minded Elgin American compacts from just $9.95 for all 3. Tomorrow, get your wardrobe of the 3 compacts every woman needs. 3 glamorous new Elgin American compacts. For daylight, twilight, starlight.
Well, we'll soon know who's going to earn the most money tonight and get the chance at the $1,000 question. George, who's our final couple?
They've been in a waiting room off stage, so they don't know the secret word is snow. Okay, bring them in, boys. Just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected an ex-GI and his wife. And here they come, Mr. and Mrs. Ben Regis. Meet Groucho Marx.
Good evening, youngsters. Good evening. And welcome to You Bet Your Life. I'll pay $250 to the first one who says the secret word. It's something that covers a lot of subjects. What is it?
Books.
Books? No.
Light.
Light? No. Well, keep talking. Maybe you'll say it. Mrs. Regis, is that the way you like St. Regis?
Yes.
What's your first name?
Dorothy.
And what was it before you married Benny here?
Dorothy.
Gee, marriage hasn't changed you at all, has it? Now, tell me, Dorothy, how did you meet Ben?
He worked in the same building I did during the war.
You're from the South, huh?
Yeah.
Would you step a little closer? We like all Southern girls to step real close.
Yes. And
He worked in the same building?
Yes, he was a test pilot. Supposed to be.
Or he flew the planes around the... He flew the planes around inside the building?
He used to get a magazine and sit and read the magazine in the airplane.
Oh. Well, that's a nice way to spend the evening, I guess. Now, how long ago was all this?
2.5 years ago.
I remember when I married my wife, you never saw 2 happier people than her mother and father. You have any children, darling?
Yes, we have one.
You have 1 children?
One child.
Oh, 1 child. How many do you have?
One.
One child. That's the same amount you had a minute ago. What branch of the service were you in?
The Air Corps.
The Air Corps, flyer. What was your most exciting experience outside of meeting Dorothy?
Well, one time.
While flying,
Well, one time I was giving a cadet a 40-hour check, and he got me into a spin about 3,000 feet, and I just barely pulled the plane out before it hit the ground, but we didn't hit. Got about 200 feet to go.
Do you have parachutes on when you're on?
Yes, we did, but we couldn't have used them right then.
No, not at 200 feet. A blotter is the only thing that would come in handy. What are you doing now, Ben?
I'm going to school.
Well, you're Regis, the famous football player, huh? UCLA, UCLA?
That's right.
Did you ever have anything unusual happen to you in playing football, like winning a game, I mean?
Well, the year before last, I did have a fairly good day against SC.
What was the score? Huh?
We beat them 13-6.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's no Michigan, but there's very few Michigans around. Only one, Notre Dame, that's all. Dorothy, are you working?
Yes.
Where?
I'm a babysitter.
You sit with a lot of babies?
Yes, I do.
How old would the baby have to be? Would you, would you consider a kind of an ancient baby?
No.
Kind of an old, dilapidated baby? They have to be young, ringless ones, huh? What kind of a degree are you after, Ben?
Bachelor's degree.
I thought you two were happily married. No, what I meant was, what are you studying in college besides co-eds?
I'm trying to get a degree in physical education, become a teacher and a coach.
Football coach?
That's right.
Good money in that?
Some places there is.
Where?
Michigan.
Michigan, huh? Now, Dorothy, where are you living?
We live on the campus, a housing unit.
On the campus?
In East LA. Yeah.
What do you mean, you sit on the fence all night?
No, they have a housing unit across from school.
Isn't that cute, the way she's... Would you say that again, Dorothy? A little closer, say it again. They have what? They have a housing unit. To be 50 again, huh? How much a month does the government allow veterans going to school?
65 for the single, 90 for the married.
Suppose you were a general.
Oh, I don't think generals are going to school.
You say generals don't go to college. What about Eisenhower? He's going to Columbia. I wonder how he's going to get along on $90 a month.
Groucho, I'd like to give Mrs. Regis a truly beautiful Easter gift.
Well, go ahead, George.
An Elgin American dresser set with engraved silver finish. And for Ben, this precision-crafted sterling silver cigarette case by Elgin American.
Who takes care of the baby while you're working and he's at school, Dorothy?
Well, we have 14 families in the unit, so all of them help each other. The girl next door keeps my baby if I don't take the baby with me.
Well, with all your problems, Ben, do you find life better than when you were in the Army?
I think it's much better.
I wonder how much better off you are now. What time do they make you get up in the Army, Ben?
About 6 o'clock.
Dorothy, what time does he get up now?
About 5:30.
And if you were smart, you'd re-enlist. But if you did, take Dorothy with you. Well, you're a fine American couple, and despite the sacrifices you're making now, I'm sure there's a lot of happiness ahead for both of you. Now then, there's $1,000 at stake tonight. You can't get much of a stake anymore for $1,000. Well, now, if you run your $20 into more than our other two couples, you get the $1,000 question. I can't tell you how much they won, but George Fenneman is off stage to remind our listeners.
The two salesgirls are high so far with $175.
All right, here we go. Now, let's see how high you can build your $20. Benny, Regis, what question category did you select?
It's baseball.
Nicknames of famous baseball players?
That's right.
That ought to be right down your alley, huh?
I hope so.
Oh, well, all right, here we go. Your first question pays even money. If you bet 10, make 10. Benny, how much you going to bet?
$10.
How much of your $20?
$10.
Is that all right with you, Dorothy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look at them, stand there holding hands. All right, here's the first one. What is the nickname of the famous manager and catcher, Charles Hartnett?
Gabby?
Gabby Hartnett is right.
And there they go. They now have $30.
All right, you got $30. Your second question also pays even money. Mr. Regis, how much of your $30 will you bet?
15.
15, here it is. What is Joe Medwick's nickname?
Ducky.
Ducky is right.
They now have $45, Groucho.
Benny, that was simply Ducky. You have now $45. Your third question again pays even money. Dorothy, you try it this time. How much will it be? How much will be $45?
25.
Talk right. No coaching, please. You know how much the other couples want. How much, Dorothy?
25.
25? Okay, here it is. Who is known as the wild horse of the Osage? Or Osage? O-S-A-G-E. Take a stab.
Joey? Napoleon Joey?
No, it's John Pepper Martin.
They now have $20, Groucho.
You now have $20. Well, here's your last chance to beat the other couples. This question pays 2 to 1. You can bet 10 and make 20. Benny Regis, how much of your $20 will you bet?
$20.
20? Oh, you're shooting everything, huh? All right, here it is. What is the nickname of pitcher Lewis Newsom?
Bobo.
Bobo is right.
And that means that they wind up with $60, Groucho. And that means the winner for tonight are the two sales girls who ran their money into $175, and they get a chance at the $1,000 question.
Congratulations to all of you. In just 30 seconds, I'll ask the $1,000 question. Fenneman, you look like there's a question on your mind. Go ahead.
Are you giving her an Easter gift? Make it a glorious new compact by Elgin American. Or 3 of them. The 3 every woman needs. It's the gift that she'll use and be mighty proud of. It's the gift that reflects your own perfect taste. Because the name Elgin American stands for the finest designing, finish, and craftsmanship. This Easter, don't forget to remember her with the compact or compact threesome that's first in fashion, Elgin American. And here's the winning couple, the sales girls, who get a chance now to try for the $1,000 question.
Good luck. I'll give you 15 seconds to decide on a single answer between you. So talk it over thoroughly. Here it is for $1,000 in cash. In 1920, James M. Cox ran for the presidency of the United States on the Democratic ticket. Candidate for vice president on the same ticket was a well-known public figure. Who was he? All right, Miss Harvey and Miss Dover, what is the answer you two decided on?
William Jennings Bryan?
No, I'm sorry. The correct answer is Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He was defeated for the vice presidency in 1920. So that means the big question next week will be worth $1,500. You've been a wonderful team, and in addition to your gifts from Elgin American, you earned $175, and it's all yours. Congratulations, and thanks to both of you.
Bet Your Life is a John Goodell production, transcribed in Hollywood, directed by Bob Dwan, music by Stanley Myers. Remember, next week's big question pays $1,500. Be sure to tune in again next Wednesday night and every Wednesday at this time for You Bet Your Life, starring Groucho Marx. Presented by the creators of America's most beautiful compacts, smartest cigarette cases, and finest dresser sets, Elgin American.
Good night, folks. Ladies, have you looked at your compact lately?